Hello, welcome to the Buggy channel. We've got a quick deck profile today. I've managed to secure top 8 in Portugal regionals with Monsieur Baggy himself. Big shout out to the Sabodi gang. It's absolutely great to be a part of them, and thank you very much for letting me in. Without much, I'll jump into this. I'll start off with the matchups. I actually faced 8 unique matchups in Swiss. We saw an Army, a Reiju, a Shanks, a UP Luffy, GY Law, a Teach, a RG Smoker, and a Betty, with my losses being to GY Law and RG Smoker. So I managed to get in with tiebreakers to top 16 with a solid 6-2. In Top Cut, I faced a Red Zoro and a Betty. I was lower seed in both of those games, so it was a little bit tight, but we did 2 over Zoro, and we unfortunately lost to the Betty, 1-2. I did misplay in the third game though, so I can't be too mad at anyone but myself. I'll hop into the deck list. I think Buggy's a rather solved deck at the moment, but we'll go into this anyway. I think mandatory at the moment, we've got our 8 search cards, because essentially we are a combo deck and we love consistency for our combos. We then have our 2Ks. We're on 10 2Ks at the moment with our 8 2K blockers, and then the lesser loved 2 Kabaji, which didn't get played at all, but hey, it's another 2K. Into our 4 drops, we have our 4 Albedo. Albedo put in so much work mulligan in my hand constantly this weekend, and especially important in the Red Zoro matchup now that they're all running the 1-cost Buggy, which cannot be carried by any slash, which unfortunately seems to be most of our deck, apart from Albedo. So keeping her alive was so critical. We also have our 4-cost Buggy, because we love high rolling people with Mihawk on 4 Dom, and we love getting out 2 7K bodies when we should only be getting out 1. We do have our very big double body cards in 3 Mihawk Crocodile and 3 Promo Buggy. And of course, the 4-cost Mihawk, who was just so good this weekend. No list is ever going to run him with less than 4, but particularly this weekend, he saved my ass. And of course, we've got the 4 10-cost Buggy, just to maximize how much we can get it. I think all Buggy players are kind of on that core 41 cards at the moment, and then we just go into our tech cards. I do think the 2 pudding is mandatory now, just because it's so good against some of your worst matchups. Even in Swiss, I lost the game, but I hit the GY Law player for a 9-card pudding, and it very almost brought me back into the game. We've got our 2 Sables, which is very good against decks which, like green decks, which play Tashigi. You can just bounce with Tashigi. Even sometimes it can be good just to try and keep tempo. Going second, playing a 4-drop plus Sables can be really useful just to survive 2 or 10-cost turns. In one of my tech card slots, I do actually have 1 7-cost Crocodile. He didn't actually come up this weekend. Every time, he's just there to try and always make sure you have a double body turn. But only times he was about to come up, I would top deck Mihawk Crocodile. So I was glad he was there. I'm glad he was there. I still haven't grown the guts to get rid of him yet. We've got our 2 Gravity Blades, which if you pull off a good well-timed Gravity Blade against several decks at the moment, it just auto wins you the game. It's really good at solidifying the Betty matchup and the Teach matchup. Then MVP of the weekend for me had to be Love Love Mellows, My only change from this list from last week's Paris finals was adding in a second Love Love Mellow, and it came up so much, particularly in the top cut game against Zoro. Being able to extend my, go deeper into my deck while countering, and especially where you don't need Vidon to be more aggressive, is so useful. Just want to say a big thank you to everyone, all the London players, and thank you to all the Buggy players. And I look forward to seeing everyone again next week in Manchester Regionals.